are now in the presence of a...
What's up, tribe? Happy Thursday. Casualties. It's something I said to a friend of mine recently when referring to that individual not being ready to date or not be serious and allowing other people into their space to feel comfortable enough to feel like they're going to be something to them. And I said, that person's going to end up being a casualty because I know you're not ready and I know that person isn't really truly a prospect, but you just enjoy their company. And it led to a deeper dive into what that looks like. Then I got to thinking this morning, like, yo, we have a tendency of doing that. Dragging a person along, knowing that their interests and their hopes are different than ours. And they end up being a casualty, left behind for someone else to scoop up. And it's just not fair to, it's not fair to them. We simply have to do a better job of cleaning up the dating pool. We can't seem to take accountability for our actions enough to say, you know what, I'm going to communicate exactly what I'm looking for, exactly where I am in life right now, so that this individual knows how to walk in this situation if they choose to, or if they choose to walk away. And then because we enjoy them should not be a reason to not be open and honest, to enjoy them at our leisure, only again to leave them as a casualty. This is something that we see way more of than we see people respecting other people's feelings and allowing them to make the choice. This is why healing is so important. If you are not ready, let it be known. If you, what are your intentions? Is it just to date and kind of just feel your way around? Are you using dating as a coping mechanism? Like what is it? But just be open about it, because there are people who are okay with it. And then there are people who are dating with more intention as to like getting married or just being in a long-term relationship. But let them make that choice. Don't make it for them. When we say the dating pool is littered and everything and it's all messed up, this is part of the reason why. The lack of honesty, the lack of realization. We have a really good idea based on people's action where they are. So if they say they're looking for something serious and you're not getting that vibe on, let's say, the first couple of dates as an example, you need to be realistic and say, you know what, he may be looking for this, but it's not me though. And then just let it be known, like, hey, I appreciate everything, but I feel like that we're just not, I don't feel this, and that's important. And I just feel like it's best that we go ahead and just, end the dating. At least the damage is minimal to both of you. And staying honest is obviously the most important part. That way he could be like, yeah, you know what? She's cool and I hate to lose. I hate for this not to go the way I wanted it to. But you know what? I can respect that. Damage is minimal. That can be polished out. That can be buffed out. You know what I mean? But when we start talking about casualties where there's wounds involved, now we're setting everybody back. Everybody's is set back. This person's hurt because you weren't honest enough to just say, hey, this is what I was feeling. I don't care if it's a small wound where you dated for a couple times or a couple weeks and, you decide, you just kind of like stop calling or whatever you needed to do just to sever ties, then you're leaving someone with a small wound. But that stuff adds up, man. When you're nicked up, it adds up. Now he or she is dating with resentment, with less hope, all of these things. So we have to be mindful of that. Now we talk about bigger wounds. Obviously, we're talking about folks who are, or who've been dating for, let's say several weeks, several months. And now you decide to go ahead and cut it off one way or another, knowing that this person wasn't the one that was worth that investment, And now you left a huge wound. So these are things that we really have to consider, man. We have to have courage while we're dating. You have to be brave enough to say, hey, I'm sorry, but you know what? This is just not, it's not what I thought it was going to be. I apologize. I just want to let you know I'm sorry, but I feel like, I don't want to go any further with seeing you in this way. That's way easier to swallow. And people have to really understand, man, like when someone is hurt, that blast radius is crazy because they get in that pool, that dating pool, and they're causing more hurt among the people that they're now dating because of what they experienced. But that's also why the healing process has to be intentional, and we got to be okay with sitting our butts down sometime, taking that break, and just analyzing, getting therapy, whatever we have to do to be ready to go back out if we need to. But this is what I want. By the time I decide to date again, which ain't gonna be no time soon, I'm hoping that the dating pool is not pissed in the way it is now. So I'm trying to help y'all so y'all can help me down the line. It might be a little selfish, I'm looking out for y'all, but the end game is, I'm looking out for me a little bit. Make sure, everything be cool by the time I get there, you know. So with that being said, just keep that in mind. You don't want to walk through life and leave casualties lying all around. We don't want that. Let's be responsible. Let's hold ourselves accountable. And let's do what we know is the right thing. And that's by taking care of each other. Yeah, I got stuff to do. I love y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. If I don't go live or post another video, but have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Stay prayed up. And I love y'all. Peace.